Joyous time zones, my Sakonauts. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as the Witch of Tylwyth Teg, and today we are talking about lucid dreaming in Condensed Chaos by Phil Hine. Let me double check on my audio here. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Spence. It's so good to see you guys. Talking about some lucid dreaming today. I need to double check what mic is being used. No, this. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Now there's confusion. The question becomes, let's see, do I have the coffee app on here? No. I gotta go on here. Log in. Because I need to see some descriptions. Oh my gosh, why is everything so slow? Oh, thank you, darling. Oh. Wow. Oh, thank you, darling. All right. Sorry, I was distracted by donations. Let's see. I could use some light. That's a little much. There we go. I'd like to start this day. This morning with a grounding ritual to start your day. This starts near your domain, so if you've not created a domain, you might want to sign up for my newsletter, which is linked below. Hi, Debbie. Glad you guys could make it. Good morning, Katerina. I am alive, and I am as well. Sit with your hands in your lap and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it for a moment. And as you let it out completely through your mouth, Let go of the tension from the night and the grogginess of the morning. Take another deep breath in. As you breathe in, imagine you are breathing in pure love. As you breathe out, imagine you are breathing out forgiveness. Take a third deep breath in, and as you do so, imagine a light coming in at the top of your head. It enters at the top of your head and spreads down over your face, neck, and shoulders. This cleansing light now expands along your back, down your legs, and out through your feet. It is as if cleansing light is a constant flow of soothing energy entering from your head and passing out through the arches of your feet. You are just outside the door of your astral temple. The air is crisp and cool. The evergreens sway slightly in the breeze, and the ground has a large patch of moss at your feet. Step barefoot onto the moss. Feel how soft it is. Feel the solid ground underneath. That light coming into your head can now be translated into energy that you can send out your feet. Step barefoot. Didn't I read this? Let me try this again. The air is crisp and cool. The evergreens sway slightly in the breeze, and the ground has a large patch of moss at your feet. Step barefoot onto the moss. Feel how soft it is. Feel the solid ground underneath. That light coming into your head can now be translated into energy that you can send out your feet. Convert the light into roots and send the roots out the bottom of your feet and deep into the earth, as deep as you can. The soil is fresh, easy to toil, easy to carve a path down. Feel how anchored you are, how close to the earth. Reach as far down as you can. The earth hugs your roots comfortably, no matter how sharp or curly, no matter how many times they split off. Slowly pull the roots back up the way they came. Your roots slither through the dark, the soil filling in its wake. Pull the roots back into your feet, convert it back to the light, and let the light filter through you and out the top of your head. Take one more deep breath in and begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. When you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome. If you're just joining us, we just did our morning grounding ritual. And normally I would refer you to my Patreon, but I'm having trouble with Patreon. So instead, I'm going to say that on March 6th on my Sako Tumi channel, I'm going to be holding a fundraiser from noon to 8 p.m. Eastern. So until then, you can join me for coffee here in the mornings on YouTube. Am I alive? I don't know. All right, I want coffee. And I just plugged off everything in. I'm going to unplug everything and take you with me. Does that sound all right? Can we do that? Oh, my goodness. Let's pull a card for this morning. And then I'll get some coffee. So how are you guys doing this morning? Feel paralyzed and everything. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I do hope that you feel better soon. I know it's going to take a while because broken ankles are no fun. Ekaterina is... I keep wanting to put an Ekaterina in front of it. Better things to come. All right. 10 of Pentacles. Which, as I recall, has to do with legacy. 10 of Pentacles. Boop. You might feel paralyzed now, but accomplishment and completion, you've reached a point of success on your journey. Facing challenges and overcoming them. The foundation for achievement has been laid, and you are now able to kick back, relax, and enjoy your efforts. Yeah, I hate crutches. I tend to use 2 canes rather than crutches because it always hurts my head. I'm too short for them. Really sucks. Contributing your time and talents to the community is appreciated, and they are more than willing to support you back. Oh, feeling called out. Legacy and tradition are important to you so that you are still able to make an impact after you're long gone. Whether that means making sure your loved ones are provided for or creating a work of art that will withstand the tests of time. You are making a statement of who you are and what you stand for. Wealth circles around you holistically, continually supporting you with love, community, and stability. So I was the guest. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. There we go. Might be able to eat today. I hope so. But you have no purchase, so no ability to control your direction. I got you guys. Come with me to the kitchen time. Hi, RK. I'm so glad that you're here. Jeez Louise. I was just singing your praises for seeing me this morning. Hi, Ali Death Rage. Oh, I'm just getting myself some more coffee before we get to reading. We're going to talk about lucid dreaming today. It's going to be a fun time. Wow, he bought me a shit ton of cream. Ali Twinny. Also, hi, Alexis. Uh-oh. Am I frozen? Okay. I think I'm okay. Spring sun is starting to peek out, but it's still cold outside. Yep, I definitely know those feels. Blaming that for my weirdness. That and the moon was not out when I went out for my walk yesterday, even though the stars were. Thought it was just me. Nope, it was not just you. It was on my end. Coffee, 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 coffee. So it's funny that Spence mentioned the floating without purchase. I had a meditation last week that was to the underworld. And it was a task, but once I shed all my baggage and shed all my stuff, you pulled the sun card, which means be grateful. Oh my gosh, I can't open this thing. There we go. Up till 1 a.m. doing yesterday's homework to today's last day of school. Yesterday's homework. Yep. Yeah, you guys are funny. So, my first question is, do you guys dream? And if you do you dream in color? Do you see numbers and text? They say, I read a thing somewhere that said that you shouldn't be able to read text or numbers, but I do all the time. So am I astral projecting? I have no indicator that what is happening to me is a dream. Keep thinking I have cigarettes and I don't. I need to buy a new case for this laptop. All right. How do you dream? And I can back up a little bit and talk about shared dreams a little too. Really vivid stories. Yeah, me too. Lucidity in dreaming is the point where you realize that you are dreaming and so no longer experience the dream passively, but can change it. I do. It is technically my my book of mirrors. I'll write my dreams in here. I'll also write any visions or meditations or anything like that in here as well, and kind of like parse it apart, figure out what's what. And emotions, I'm pretty good at feeling people's emotions in the day, but at night it's a whole different animal. Oh. Moments of lucidity can be triggered by different things. For example, I once dreamt that I was in a house which I had not lived in for over a decade. The dream was perfect in every detail, except that when I looked down at my feet, I saw that I was wearing a pair of shoes that I did not possess at the time. This incongruity jarred me into realizing I was dreaming. Lucidity can also be triggered by recognizing dream elements. It is not uncommon for people to become lucid in a dream when they realize that they have had the dream before, can remember how it develops, and do not want to re-experience it. People tend to experience moments of flashes of lucidity within dreams, but it is of course possible to extend this facility, enabling you to direct the content of the dream for magical purposes. I have never been able to control my dreams. Even if I realize that I'm in a dream, I've never been able to change the direction. I've never been able to change what is happening. I do not have control. I am at the whims of my environment, just like I am here. Have had dreams and then later felt like I had deja vu of the dream when I'm awake. Yep. That can happen too. That's like a foretelling of the future. Mm, too hot. Too hot. In fact, they got a thing about dreaming the future. That dreams that have the power to warn us of the future is an ancient idea, and precognitive dreams played an important role in ancient civilizations. It wigs me out, but everyone says it's a sign I'm on the right path, but I have suspicions. What is it? You just said it was a whole different animal. Like, what is the different animal? How does that go? I am so thirsty. I want my coffee to be drinkable. Jeez. Dreams about the future can be symbolic, distorted, or even highly detailed and clear. but it is often difficult beforehand to distinguish the important elements of the dream. A few years ago, some friends of mine decided to undertake an experiment in dreaming the future. They planned to visit a town that none of them had ever visited before, and then attempted to dream themselves there. One person kept seeing the image of a long-necked cat, but for the life of him couldn't figure out how this was relevant. When he actually visited the town, almost the first thing he saw after getting out of the car was an antique shop. In the window was a glazed model of a long-necked cat. Da, da, da. So déjà vu when it comes to dreaming reality, minor vignettes that happen years later. I hope you have been recording these. Oh, the deja vu wigs me out. It is not a sign that you are on the right path. That's a load of crock, or a crock of bullshit, rather. I don't know who told you that. See, people tend to experience moments or flashes of lucidity within dreams, but it is, of course, possible to extend this facility. More typos. Man, whoever edited this book, I swear. We don't want you to shut up. No. Just context, that's all. This is what that scene was. I gotcha. Water is great to have. Well, it depends on what water means to you, right? To some, it might mean intuition and creativity and all of that jazz. I don't understand. Hold on. I don't know where he posted this. I don't know where he posted this. There's an events channel. I have a recurring dream of drowning in a car. It got so bad one of my friends brought me a seatbelt cutter and a window breaker for my purse. That could mean any number of things. Fortune favors the prepared, yeah. I missed some things, but I just flipped the perfect egg. Yay! Perfect egg. Bravo, RK. Cook me some breakfast, please. Yeah. All right, where was I? Lucidity can be brought about using suggestion while awake, or rather obliquely, by metaprogramming oneself so that if a particular image or scene appears, this will trigger lucidity, i.e., I will become lucid whenever I see a yellow sphere floating towards me. The sphere could be directed by another person or act as a servitor, see Chapter 6. Designed to trigger lucid dreaming. At least I have coffee. I have coffee, but it is too hot to drink. It can be rewarding to approach dreaming from a non-Western point of view, such as that of the Australasian Aborigines or the Sonoy of Malaysia. These anthropologists believe that the Sonoy dream psychology is the source of tranquility of their lives. When first contacted by Westerners in the 1930s, the Sonoy had no violent crime or conflicts within their community for some 200 to 300 years. I would be prepared for something like that, Spence. I'm not saying that it would happen in the future, but it could also be a metaphor for having so many projects that you don't know which one to take. So the water coming into the car could be creativity, and it could be smothering you. It could be you could be drowning in it. Axis Mundi. Super scary. The axis mundi is the central axis which unites all zones of experience and states of consciousness. It has many symbolic representations, such as the world tree, which is the one that I subscribe to, sacred mountain, pole, or crossroads, which is the center of the magician's universe. It is not so much a place, but a matter of how you place yourself. To be relaxed in the present means that you are at the center of your magic reality. The act of centering yourself can take the form of an elaborate banishing ritual or a moment of no-mind relaxation before you begin a task. The core elements of centering are simple. Giving attention to your physical presence, establishing the gates, cardinal points, or dimensions according to your chosen scheme of representation, of which you are the center. And 3, self-identification with a chosen source of inspiration, merging with the microcosm or the total experience, with the microcosm, the macrocosm total experience with the microcosm, which is the self. Yeah, me too. Which means I need to start remembering to record whatever it was that I was dreaming as quickly as possible. I get a lot of residue, like emotional residue from my sleep. It's very stressful, especially if it was stressful sleep. So then my next day is just like lazy as fuck. An example of an orthodox banishing ritual is given in Chapter 6. It is useful to find a range of exercises which will serve in a variety of situations. Centering exercises should give rise to a feeling of relaxation and being prepared and poised for action. These can range from elaborate banishings, which are used as preparation for intense ritual work, to simply exercises, which can be used anywhere at a moment's notice. It's definitely a memory, and I like a memory of another time. It's always different contextually. Could be. Especially if it's recurring. Now, is it still recurring, or did it once, like, recur? The axis mundi may also be considered the access point to the different inner worlds of the mythic cosmology. It seems reasonable to assume that the Kabbalistic tree of life evolved from a It seems reasonable to assume that the Kabbalistic tree of life evolved from a shamanic world tree. The crossroads is another axis mundi symbol appearing in Celtic, Greek, and Haitian mythologies. The inner worlds are populated by hosts of spirits, demons, and ancestors. Contact and knowledge of these entities is part of the shared totality of the experience of a tribal society, mediated by the shaman. I haven't had the dream in over a year, but it's one of the things that comes and goes a few years. That sounds like a stress dream to me. Maybe you're feeling trapped. Ooh. Ooh. My stress dreams are usually of my teeth falling out. That is like a loss of control that usually symbolizes. I can't say that I've ever dreamt I've lost my teeth. Forgot I was wearing earrings when I put on my... Why don't you... Jeez Louise. Hopefully you guys still hear me. It's fighting me for some reason. Sorry. I've been distracted this morning. I certainly have. So I've been doing a lot of meditations that supposedly support lucid dreaming. I did one last night, but it did not do the things that I would like it to do. I know I dreamt, I just can't remember them now. And that's the thing, like, coming. Okay, still coming through nice and clear. Excellent. Please be cool enough to drink. Oh, that is good. What's the nicest dream that you've ever had? Do people have nice dreams? I do not have nice dreams. My nice dreams are usually based around Penzic or a Penzic-esque ability, a Penzic-esque event, rather. Teeth ones are weird because I wake up terrified to touch my mouth in case they're actually gone before I'll bite my tongue just to check, you know. Yeah, I think I feel you. Apparently, with your dreams about your teeth falling out seem to have something to do with a feeling of loss, especially where it comes to depression. I guess it depends on how you feel about your teeth falling out. Are you freaking out? Daydreams are wonderful. I could do without the family dreams with my ex. Oh, yeah. That sucks. So I think he mentions gnosis in his, hold on. History, statement of intent. Huh. I thought I bookmarked the page, but I did not. Self-love, self-examination. We'll get to all of that eventually. My mom asked if I still liked him. Ugh, gross. I can't imagine about dreaming about an ex of like 15 years. I don't know if I've had nice dreams, but I've definitely made myself fall back asleep because I was nearing the end of a story and was like, no, I need to see the resolution. Can't say I've ever had that experience. I can't say I remember ever having that experience. Is Sage actually live right now? Sage is in fact awesome and is live right now. In fact, I will provide a link if you guys are interested in such things. Boop. Hoping that was a seagull and not a zombie. Moon Bunny Creative on Twitch. Yeah. Follow. Mine is 4 years old. Oh, mine is 4 years and only man I loved and father to my monster. If I remember a dream like that, it becomes a story I need to write. I can't say I've ever written a dream that wasn't a nightmare. I used to write down my nightmares all the time, but oh, stretch. Sometimes I wish I was a teen again, then I'm like, nope. Amen to that. I never wish I was a teen again. Other than I was skinny and like, though my dad gave me body dysmorphia. It was 100 pounds. And my dad said I needed a girdle. Which is awesome. My mom too. All right, I'm going to read a little bit more about the Access Mundi. Hold on. I might be able to finish this chapter before we're done. Jeez Louise. Oh, body dysmorphia. Yeah, I eat junk food in her face just to make her mad. Yeah. The Access Mundi may also be considered the access point to the different inner worlds of the mythic cosmology. It seems reasonable to assume that the Kabbalistic tree of life evolved from a shamanic world tree. The crossroads is another Access Mundi symbol, appearing in Celtic, Greek, and Haitian mythologies. The inner worlds are populated by a hosts of spirits, demons, and ancestors. Contact and knowledge of these entities is part of the shared totality of the experience in a tribal society, mediated by the shaman. This is rarely the case in Western culture. There is a vast variety of inner worlds which may be explored. The deep mind is very receptive to suggestion. After all, that's how we learn, and can clothe itself in any kind of images. I'm under 140, and 40 of that is my boobs. Yeah, I gotcha. Using the astral temple and the body formation techniques discussed earlier, you can explore any magical inner world, from the mythic landscapes of the Norse gods to the pristine gardens which can be entered through the Chinese I Ching trigrams. The magical will. Consciousness arises from perception, which arises from our direct engagement with the environment. The will can be similarly understood as the engagement of intentionality along a given vector. Such weird words this guy uses. The magical will should not be confused with the so-called willpower or concentration. It is useless to set yourself stringent tests, oaths, and promises as if the desire to overcome a habit or behavior is weaker than the desire to maintain it. Then you will surely fail, and thus reinforce your sense of being weak. The keys to the will are in relaxation in the present, unity of desire, and unity of purpose. As you will see in the next chapter, proficiency at sorcery requires that you can isolate, identify, and focus upon specific desires, while at the same time becoming detached from them. Desires manifest when they have been isolated, exteriorized, and then forgotten. Acts of ritual magic which involve the orchestration of perception and action along a directional vector serve as exercises in unity of purpose. For example, I project forth an intent, I visualize the sigil, which is my desire. I slowly push my hand forwards as though the air is resisting its movement. At the same time, I visualize a beam of energy leaping forth from my hand. I exhale with a cry of Kya. All the actions are united into the single purpose of projection into the future. Thought, word, and deed are one. To do your will requires a relaxed single-mindedness of purpose, while remaining detached from the results you intend to bring about. In Zen Buddhism, this is known as immovable wisdom, wherein one's mind is freed from attachments of the bonds of the past and anticipations of the future. This practice does not come easily to most of us, and it requires much patience, discipline, and practice. Refinement of the magical will arises from the practice and the constant vigilance against falling into habituated patterns of thinking and behavior. The value of simple meditation practices such as are found in Zen practice should not be discounted, as they can be a great help in developing body-mind awareness, relaxation, and awareness of the immediate present. Many modern magicians do practice forms of martial arts, and such practices are invaluable for developing magical abilities. So that's an interesting transition that he did, right? So we started talking about the astral temple and the star chamber, and then we went into trance. Yeah. Boop. Yep, trance. And then we went into dream telepathy, shared dreams, dreaming the future, lucid dreams. And then we go into the axis mundi, which is not so much it's like the "you are here" star on a map is the axis mundi. Now, what that map looks like depends on the pantheon that you're going with. I think I'm going to play Sims 4 or just finish my fast track customer service level 1 diploma class. Amazing! It's been a tough 2 weeks. Time to relax before on to the next class. Enjoy your game, my love. Enjoy your game. and then talks about magical will. Playing with chaos. Pathways. Inside the Sorcerer's Toy Box. Which I don't think will be tomorrow, but maybe the day after. I might end up going back to bed. That is a thing. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I know it seemed kind of disjointed and my head's kind of like all over the place, I think. Thank you again for joining me this morning. Means a lot. And I hope you got something out of the book today, even if it was a little convoluted. It's like, oh, just lucid dream. Oh, great, thanks. So I guess I need to break into the psychic witch after this book to see if I can get my lucid dreaming under control. If you liked this video at any point, I encourage you to hit the like button. If you would like to talk about playing with chaos tomorrow, like sigil magic, we'll talk about divination techniques, we'll talk about... I think tomorrow will be a whole thing on sigil magic. I might do a workshop. I did a workshop on sigil magic before, but I hid that on my other channel. So I'll do a workshop on sigil work tomorrow. Until then, I will catch you guys on the flip side.